Storms will come, doubts will rise, the world will try to shake you. But if you build yourself from within, you become unshakable. This powerful motivational video compilation features soul-stirring life lessons from a wise man who has lived through hardship, transformation, and growth. Through calm storytelling and reflective insight, he shares what it takes to stand tall in a shaking world, how to stay centered, mindful, and strong even when life gets heavy. Watch this to reset your mindset, refocus your priorities, and return to your strength. Like, comment, I am unshakable, and subscribe for weekly soul fuel. Share with someone going through a storm who needs to hear this truth. There's a strength you can't fake, a quiet force within you that doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to prove. It just is. That's what being unshakable means. It doesn't mean life won't throw you storms. It means when the storm hits, you don't crumble. I've lived through storms, not just the kind that shake your house, but the kind that shake your soul. There was a time when everything I built fell apart. The people I trusted disappeared. The plans I made unraveled overnight. And I'll never forget what I felt in that silence. Emptiness, fear, anger, and eventually, stillness. It was in that stillness that I heard the quietest voice in me whisper, "Stand up again." You see, strength is not found in avoiding difficulty. It's forged in it. The unshakable ones, they aren't untouched by life. They're refined by it. They've cried, they've lost, they've failed, but they kept walking, and every step, every scar made them stronger. If you want to become unshakable, start here. Know who you are when everything else is taken away. Not the job, not the title, not the followers. You. Who are you without the applause? Who are you in the silence? Because that's where your foundation is built. I've watched people fall apart because their identity was built on things that could be taken. But when you build from within, on discipline, on values, on stillness, on self-respect, no storm can take that from you. You lose the job, you rebuild. You're betrayed, you rise wiser. You fail, you learn. Because unshakable doesn't mean unbothered. It means undefeated. And let me tell you something, dude, I wish someone told me when I was younger, you don't need to respond to everything. You don't need to fix everything right now. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is to pause, breathe, and stay still. The world moves fast, but your peace doesn't have to. You don't find clarity in chaos. You find it in the calm between the noise. I remember a conversation I had with an old friend. He was going through loss, feeling like the ground had collapsed beneath him. He said, "I don't know how to go on." And I told him gently, you don't have to have all the answers right now. Just don't give up on the next breath, then the next, then the next. One day at a time. That's how unshakable people are built. They keep showing up, even in the dark, especially in the dark. When you become unshakable, people will ask how you did it, and you won't have one answer. Because it wasn't one moment. It was all the little moments you didn't quit, all the times you chose reflection over reaction. Peace over pride, growth over comfort. That's the path to power. Let me ask you something. What do you stand on when life shakes everything else? What do you hold on to? What keeps you rooted? Is it your word, your integrity, your faith, your breath? Find it, hold it, return to it daily. That becomes your center, and that is how you remain unshakable. Not by being the strongest, but by being the most aligned. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to move fast. You just need to keep going, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And if you fall with grace, then rise with purpose. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every delay is shaping you into someone deeper, wiser, steadier. So breathe, set your feet, and say it with me now. I am not my fear. I am not what happened. What happened to me? I am who I choose to become, and I choose to be unshakable. Let me tell you a secret the world doesn't talk about enough. Sometimes the strongest people, the most unshakable souls, are the ones who cried alone and still showed up the next morning. The ones who broke down at night, but straightened their back when the sun rose. You won't always feel brave. You won't always feel you won't always feel motivated, but you don't need to. You just need to keep showing up. one steady step at a time. Being unshakable doesn't mean being emotionless. It doesn't mean never feeling lost. It means you learn how to return to yourself when the world gets loud. You build inner rituals that ground you. You sit in silence. You write through the noise. You pray. You breathe. You walk. You reflect. And through these small acts of mindfulness, you create a still place inside, a place no one can take from you. I've seen people with all the money in the world fall apart at the first sign of trouble. And I've seen people with nothing, no safety net, no backup plan, stand tall with eyes full of fire and a heart full of quiet resolve. What's the difference? The strong ones knew who they were. They had lived through enough storms to know, if I've survived before, I can survive again. You see, life isn't about avoiding pain. It's about building something inside you that pain can't touch. Call it courage, call it character, call it soul, but whatever you call it, make it yours. There will be moments when your strength will surprise even you. Like the moment you forgive someone who never apologized. The moment you start again after losing everything. The moment you look in the mirror and finally say, I'm proud of how far I've come. You don't need loud victories. You don't need recognition. All you need is that quiet, steady fire inside that says, no matter what comes, I won't break. I remember falling many times in business, in relationships, in faith, but every time I got back up, I was a little more humble and a lot more powerful, because unshakable people, they're not the ones who never fall. They're the ones who always rise with wisdom. Let me leave you with this. Storms are not here to destroy you. They are here to reveal you, to show you what's weak so you can strengthen it, to show you what's fake so you can release it, to show you what matters so you can hold on to it with both hands. And in that refining, you'll find your truest self, your calm, your center, your unshakable nature. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to feel tired, but don't forget this. Every moment you stay true to yourself, you become stronger. Not louder, not busier, just stronger. The kind of strength that doesn't shout because it no longer needs to. That's what it means to be unshakable. If you're still here, I want you to know something. You're already enough. You're already growing, and you're already becoming the person you were meant to be. It's okay to move slowly. It's okay to heal quietly. But whatever you do, keep going. Comment below. I rise, I bend, I breathe. I am unshakable. Let it echo. Let it live inside you. Like this video if it gave you even a moment of clarity. Subscribe to build your mind, your spirit, and your strength. Share this with someone who's quietly carrying a heavy load. Let them know they're not alone. Because when enough of us remember our true strength, we help others rise, simply by standing still. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are unshakable.